It's wonderful to see you all here today. Thank you so much. I took my son, Isaac, to see Fiddler on the Roof in Yiddish in New York. It's a story about a little village in Russia called Anatevka. Do you know the songs? Yes? Sunrise, Sunset? If I Were a Rich Man? Yes. Anatevka faced a lot of craziness, poverty, crime. But the beauty of the story is that they knew how to care for each other in that village. They made sure everyone had community, a place to stay, what to eat. Rich or poor, they danced at each other's weddings. They understood that for all of us, life is as precarious, I'm going to try this, as a fiddler perched on a roof. Who can be sure that they won't need help? And given that none of us know, what village do we want to live in? I want to live in Dick Serafolian's village. Dick is on his way here right now. Dick is a retired, award-winning St. Paul firefighter. I met Dick to thank him for past donations. He wanted to meet at a wonderful Cambodian restaurant, Cheng Heng. Why? Because he knew the owners through his volunteer work with the Cambodian Elders Association. Additionally, Dick brings sweet rolls to nursing homes, visits the sick, does food rescue for our food shelf, cooks church dinners, reads to the blind, and, as you might imagine, lots more. When I asked Dick, why do you do all this? He boomed at me. Our neighbor's survival is not a spectator sport. We all have to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. He went on to say, I don't want to be a taker. I want to be a giver. Everyone who's thinking right would want to live in a village with Dick. And guess what? We are building an Anatevka full of people who think and act like Dick. 4 years ago, at this event, in this room, we presented a dream of an East Metro faith community where everyone rolls up their sleeves. Today, we're proud to tell you about our tremendous progress. Look at the placemat under your plate. This is our village. This map understates the reach that you, our volunteers, have right now. And every little purple circle represents an additional 100 to 200 volunteers. We just couldn't fit them on the map. We are engaged in targeted, effective work all over this East Metro. In Rondo, Phelan, Westside, Battle Creek, Frogtown, and more, and our numbers are growing. Breakfast this morning is about celebrating these successes. Let's start with one amazing accomplishment of this faith community. Together, the houses of worship on this map provided more than 10,000 shelter bed nights this year. More than 10,000 times that bedtime came, and a parent or child had a warm, safe, supportive shelter to sleep in at a critical moment. And you provided the facilities, you provided the labor, and you provided the caring. Wow. Many of our other successes are detailed in your program on this purple bar, and I won't repeat them here, but I'll touch on a few other extraordinary accomplishments. We opened a new Project Home Day Center, 3 meals a day, lovingly prepared by our own Chef Ray, showers, lockers, computer lab, reading center, and more. Sarah Legal and her team worked day and night to get this open by September 1st. Sarah and the entire Project Home team, please stand. We just completed our first year with our new Rapid Exit Social Work team, led by Amber Gale. This team pounds the pavement to help our guests find stable housing, jobs, education pathways, to do paperwork, resolve problems, find better jobs, and more. So far, they've helped 33 guests move into stable, affordable, safe housing. It's working. Amber and your team, please stand. Our Department of Indian Works food shelf just achieved the prestigious Super Shelf certification. This means that our food shelf is client-centered, promotes and respects individual choice, offers healthy, culturally appropriate food in an appealing environment that makes the healthiest choice the easiest choice for all. And we achieved a generational transfer of leadership in our Department of Indian Work. When our longtime beloved director, Kathy Denman-Wilkie, retired, we were able to find a fabulous new leader from the next generation to take the helm, Kelly Miller. Kelly, can you and the entire DIW team please stand? On the first Thursday night of every month, if you swing by Walker West Music Academy around 5 o'clock, you're likely to see a stockbroker and a scientist carrying in homemade chili and brownies to serve dinner at Power Up. With St. Matthew's Episcopal and this synagogue, Mount Zion, they joined forces with Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church and the Black Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance to reboot the work. Now at monthly power-ups, our community studies financial strategies and legal rights and has clinics staffed by Southern Minnesota Legal Aid and Cardozo Society. The community is engaged in learning, and we've provided free legal counsel on critical matters to 172 families. Donna Franklin is our Power Up Outreach Specialist. Donna, can you please stand? On President's Day, 200 plus high school kids from all backgrounds, religions, races, put on a day of service. They taught Hindu 101, Christianity 101, Judaism, Islam, and more. There are people who do not want us all to be together. But when we are together, it's the happiest place in town. Fardosa Hassan leads this work with assistance from Holly Broad-Farber. Can you both please stand? We've just completed a fabulous 2-year pilot in which roughly 100 volunteers and 10 houses of worship paired with 7 carefully vetted local nonprofits. Our volunteers in the pilot delivered more than 3,600 hours of literacy tutoring, job coaching, ESL teaching, and GED training. Kids in our tutoring programs who we would expect to fall backwards in reading level are moving forward more than a year each year. Opportunity St. Paul is working, and now we're ready to grow it. Sarah Paterka leads this work. Sarah, can you and your team please stand? St. Paul's mayor, welcome Mr. Mayor Melvin Carter, appreciates that our faith community is doing heavy lifting. He said to our assembled clergy, people join a church thinking it's going to be a cruise ship ministry, but we know that if you're engaged in the real thing, it's a rowboat ministry. What we're all doing together, it just works. Families are stabilizing and doing better and better. Volunteers are loving their engagement, and houses of worship are buzzing because the work truly brings their faith to life. St. Paul is becoming a beacon of light. A church in Spartanburg, South Carolina, is sending a team here to study our work. Rural Minnesota communities want to learn our formula. A church in Boston and a synagogue in Philadelphia want to hear more. The faith community in Greater St. Paul, Minnesota, is emerging as a national leader in how to build a caring, connected, effective community. And now we need to do more of it. We're growing, but we need to turbocharge that growth. In the next year, we need to double the number of houses of worship and the number of volunteers involved in our work, and then we can extend our reach to the hundreds of students and families who are still on wait lists. Dick Sarafolian ran into burning buildings for a living. We're not asking you to do that. We're asking you to help us grow this work that supports and mobilizes faith communities that want to make a difference. We're all in this rowboat together. Like Dick, let's be givers, not takers, and let's wrap our arms around the whole Anatevka. Thank you.